Hello, welcomes back everyone. And Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Thalon here, my Imperial agent. And where we last left off, we have recruited a new member for our crew, Dr. Loken, who has some interesting abilities, shall we say. In addition, we have learned more about the mental conditioning embedded in our Imperial agent's skull. And it seems to be slowly killing us. Unfortunately so. Plus we're having hallucinations of Watcher X, who is kind of putting the pieces together for us. He has suggested we travel to the Citadel to learn more about this mental conditioning and maybe learn how to actually disable it. So that's exactly what we're going to do, because we tried to explain the situation to our colleagues, our companions, and we're not able to. So, let's get ourselves underway. Probably should just be able to use our legacy ability to get to Cast City. Dress appropriately once again. We're not having to have to wear our somewhat respectable armor set while here in Cast City itself. The other armor set I'm kind of wearing as to indicate that we're acting as a rogue agent.
Destination?
So we need to find files on mental conditioning. Watcher X was able to subvert his. Surely we can do the same. We do have a SIS personnel file for Dr. Loken. We actually need to look at the biography for Vector as well. We'll have to get around to doing that at some point in the near future.
The dispatch from Cipher 4 is in. More Republic support on Manam.
Proceed with the operation. I'll hold on. Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I have some research I want to do. I was hoping to visit the data archives.
Of course, but you really don't have to come all this way. I can assign analysts to you.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon.
Yeah, normally you would just ask for the analysts to provide the data. Instead, it's unusual for a Cipher agent to seek it themselves. Yeah. I wonder if they'll realize what we're up to and why we're here.
Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
You're giving advice to the person who killed you.
Yes. If I'm the result of brain damage, you must have a warped sense of humor. If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
So we have that very small window of opportunity to find our own personnel file.
Watcher 3. Cypher 9, are you down there? We're reading a power failure. The exit's sealed automatically. Android safeguards are coming online. They'll fire at any. Stay put until we get the backup system up.
He can't see you. Slice the system while you can.
Shit, more droids are coming.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cypher 9, Watcher X, Killick joining, SLV-16 serum.
Searching. One record found. Displaying abstract. Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cypher 9. Despite its effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over his confrontation with Darth Jadus. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cypher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cypher 9's mind. He will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire. Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Castellan restraints. That's what they're called. And it was Keeper himself, now the Minister of Intelligence, who applied or authorized the mental conditioning.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, Castellan restraints and reversal.
One record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Shit. Which is why we had such a long vacation. Could have taken 3 to 30 days for the serum to fully sink in. The only way to maybe remove it is to get more of this IX serum and replace the keyword with another.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum.
We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
I'm going to Quesh to formulate that serum. I'm going to undo this programming.
Soon.
This is Watcher 3 to Cipher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
That's a new intelligence report. We'll have plenty of things to look at once we get back on board our starship. Oh shit. Nice and casual, Khalil. Killed a few droids. Didn't find what we were looking for, unfortunately.
Cipher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
Did the whole Citadel go dark? Or just the archives?
Archives plus a few secondary systems. No harm done. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored, and you know.
There's no time. The information I found is vital, and I have to reach a contact immediately.
Keeper said you might need a loose rein. Fine, but we may call you back later. Go.
One of these days, I swear I'll shoot my way out of here.
Okay, yeah, we had to respond quickly there. So we have the chemical, or the chemicals required to replicate this IX serum, but one of the ingredients, one of the chemicals is missing. Apparently the only source of it is on the world of Quesh, which I guess is our next destination. Let's get ourselves back on board the Phantom. Let's spend... Should we... Let's see, should we spend some time with our companions? Tell you what, we'll hold off on our companions now.
More importantly, hail to you, Master.
But let's look at the logs we have. The dark side's growing weaker. Let's have a look. Persons of note. Do we have one on Vector? We do. He's male, enhanced, an enhanced human. 26 years of age. He likes diplomacy, helping people, and exploring alien cultures. He dislikes greed, cruelty, prejudice, and an anti-alien sentiment. He's a second-generation Imperial. Joined the diplomatic service at an early age and displayed the appropriate traits. Ranked high academically during training. He has repeatedly expressed admiration for the Imperial accomplishments, while indicating a desire to spread Imperial influence through diplomatic channels. He is obedient, intelligent, charismatic, and effective. He is unlikely to advance further within diplomatic or military hierarchies. We have an SIS dossier on Dr. Eckhard Loken. We believe that's his name. We don't know if it's true. He's human, guessed at 65 years of age. He likes clever solutions, long-term thinking, technology, and pragmatism. He dislikes ideology, honesty, selfish actions without clear long-term gain. The SAS believe he was born on Droman Cass. And he is a member of the Science and Medical... He was a Science and Medical Advisor during an operation. He evaded capture while on board an Imperial dreadnought. One of two who evaded capture. And yet he was not listed on the crew's roster. Every time Loken turns up, something big is happening, and we can't figure the role he's playing. He's professional, he knows his science, and he's sneaky. We know he rubs some of his colleagues the wrong way, but even his fellow agents haven't given us anything useful under questioning. And people are just wondering, is he still in active service? Interesting. And then, of course, we have Law. Here we are. The Castellian Mind Control. Do not remove this from intelligence archives. They are designed for limited behavior modification in high-risk subjects. In effect, the subject is programmed to react to a keyword with total obedience. Long-term commands can be implanted, but with lowered effectiveness. Once program is activated, the subject will be aware of his inability to control his actions, but unable to revolt. So yeah, the serum can be applied discreetly. It circulates between 3 and 30 days, altering brain chemistry. Once the serum is fully absorbed and the subject is primed, the subject must be imprinted over the course of several hours. No way to reverse the treatment has currently been developed. Well. Let us continue to Quesh, shall we? Quesh is in Hut space. Once a lush tropical swamp, Quesh's atmosphere became toxic after a series of quakes released dangerous chemicals contained below the planet's surface. Most of the native wildlife died off, and Quesh became poisonous to virtually all higher species. Quesh's toxicity is also its source of value. The chemicals that poison the atmosphere are usable in the most powerful of adrenals and stimulants. The Republic, with aid of a faction of the Hutt cartel, has staked a claim to Quesh and is attempting to establish chemical mines. Upon learning of Quesh's existence, the Empire quickly established a presence of its own.
This is Quesh Control to Intelligence Vessel. Your docking permit is approved, but your arrival is unscheduled. Please state your purpose.
This is Cypher 9 to Quesh Control. I'm here to review the security of your chemical storage units. I expect your cooperation.
Apologies, Cypher 9. I'll inform Administrator Croyus. He oversees shipments from the chem mines.
I'll expect him ready upon my arrival.
Understood. Stay safe, sir. Republic forces are close to the base and we can't guarantee protection. Quesh Control out.
Find the chemicals. Make the serum. You will be free again.
Okay. Yeah, I mentioned a faction of the Hutt cartel. I forgot if it's called... Is it the Free Families? I believe it's the Free Families. They are a group of opportunistic Hutt who made the deal with the Republic to establish the chemical mines on Quesh, deep within Hutt space. But to avoid all-out war with the Empire, the Hutt cartel has been forced to basically revoke their status within the cartel and put a bounty out on them, which is why the Empire's here at the same time. I'll be taking this headgear. You... I'll just be putting this mask on at the same time. To get ourselves underway. Once again, we have an orbital station to dock at. There is a small chance we'll encounter a player of the Republic here. You spend very little time on Quesh, whether or not you're doing the world mission or not. It's a very small world. Let's take Dr. Loken with us, why not?
Watch your back.
You cold?
I did call. You will... How does Dr. Loken act as a tank? I wonder. Should I get you some more appropriate gear? Actually, Dr. Loken, you might need a mask. There you go. You are welcome. You might need a mask at the very least. While a player of the Empire will follow up Quesh's map from the south to the north, following the west side of the area, players of the Republic start in the north and follow a path along the east, travelling southwards. Oh, I see. Despite our mask, we also require that vaccination.
Here for inoculation. You'll need Form 1423/D. And, oh, excuse me. My apologies, sir. Your clearance doesn't require paperwork. I take it you're here to fight in the Quesh War?
Better if I don't say.
Understood. Whatever your interests, just know that this planet's not safe. Quesh is highly toxic, poisoned by the resource the Republic's mining. You'll need a protective injection just to survive. There we go. That treatment will protect you for the time being.
The protection wears off.
The effects will fade eventually, but you can receive more treatments planetside. You're cleared. Talk to Moff Drayson if you want to fight. He's in charge of the Empire's war effort.
Thank you. Moff Drayson. There's a slight time lapse also, as Moff Drayson wants you to try and take control of this world as a player of the Empire. But as a player of the Republic, part of your time here is actually trying to capture Moff Drayson.
I've heard rumors about Quesh, but very few details. I'd very much like to tour the venom mines.
I'm sure you would. So yeah, this is... what you see here is the entirety of Quesh. Obviously you can't see much of it at the moment because we're currently in motion. There you go. So the Republic base is to the north, they're following a path down here, we're following a path up here, and there is a few paths, or at least one path, that crosses over. So you can get into Republic territory pretty easily. But we're the only Imperial on the PvP instance here. The chances of a Republic player on the PvP instance, relatively slim. Let's conduct our inspection. Sorry, you can't see my quotation marks fit there. We're here for a particular chemical. Oh.
If the canisters were damaged, the Bosporidium gas will eat both flesh and circuits. You understand, my toy? Yes. Now clean it up and incinerate the bodies. They're contaminated now.
Administrator Croyas, I'm here to inspect your security. I'll need full access and samples of these chemicals.
I see. I wish you'd given me a few days' notice. This is a very delicate operation.
Did you say incinerate the bodies?
Incompetent workforce. I ran Greg the Hutt spice warehousing on Kessel, and it was no better then. 07, fetch! Now! You'll have your samples presently. Unfortunately, I'm out of Dimalium 6. The Republic seized that chem mine some time ago, and their transports are under guard.
Your only job is to supply the Empire with chemicals. And you can't even do that.
Blame your Moff. Or pay a visit to Chem Mine Delta yourself. I've done my best to sate your people's appetites for hallucinogenic tea, mind eaters, or what have you. I think you'd appreciate it.
Here's the chemical supplier. He helped them change you. Are you going to let him go unpunished?
Operative?
What do you think intelligence does with your chemicals?
Oh, I couldn't guess. Dimalium 6 enhances spice, distorts memory, corrupts mood.
One blaster shot, spilled chemicals, an explosion. No evidence of murder. Make him pay if you like.
Ours has always been a profitable relationship. I have no desire to disturb that.
The Dimalium 6 operations are over. You no longer supply it for the Empire.
That isn't my decision to make, but I'll do my best to comply.
You've changed nothing, only slowed it a while.
To the mining transport, I take it, for this mystery chemical of yours.
Yeah, Dr. Lokins is watching us going, Mood-altering chemicals. Distorting memory. Why are you after this exactly? And so it's chemical mine delta. But the Republic have control of that particular mine right now. Gotta be careful. Watcher X is certainly trying to influence our thoughts and actions himself. I wonder if Watcher X could, despite him being just a residue, some ghost within that implant in our spine. I wonder if he could influence us using the keywords himself. Would that even be possible? I don't really want to find out. I think that might be the path that leads you to the Republic's base of operations, to their particular side of the map. The containers of the chemicals we need. I was wondering if he would actually turn into a raccoon. How interesting. We need a lab now. Ooh, that looks promising.
Can you feel it? The serum begins its work. bonding to spinal fluid, retracing neural pathways. Painful. Effective.
You may have saved my life. I won't forget that.
Your memory is the least of my concerns. The serum's course is unpredictable and it will take time, but you will be free from the brainwashing. For now, the SIS is waiting. They won't recognize your chance to escape when it comes, but I will.
Dr. Logan's going, "You're talking to yourself again, by the way."
Indeed.
Oh, creepy. Okay. Back on the Phantom we go.
Codename Saber to Codename Leggett. We've been waiting for your all clear. Everything all right?
Things are going surprisingly well.
Glad to hear it. You're part of the team and we worry. Master Koth has another mission for you. He wants you heading to the Hoth system soon as possible. Contact him once you arrive. Saber out.
Onwards to the Hoth system. Okay. Time to unwind once again. One last look. I mean, we're not going to be on Hoth too long, I will admit. Oh, bollocks. Yeah. One person got lucky. Oh well. Should we speak to our companions now? That'd be a good time to do so. No, we'll wait. We'll conclude our activities on Hoth first. Rightio. So when we come back, we'll be leaving Quesh's orbit behind and on our way to the Hoth system, which I think may also be in Hutt space, or it could be in the distant outer rim. I'll guess the distant outer rim. And we'll see what the next operation happens to be with the SIS. Thank you all for joining me once again. This has been Anthwolf playing Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.